Hey y'all, it is Natalie Underwater. I'm here today with a solo paddle. I'm on a super dark river and we are heading to a handful of springs.
This paddle is kind of hard. It's going to be about 13 miles total. 5 or 6 of them are going to be upstream. I'm super excited. This is a solo paddle. The river level is kind of high though, so I'm a little bit concerned. Hopefully the spring isn't browned out and I'll actually be able to traverse through the run. That's the dock. It's a few inches underwater. See? I'm at the boat ramp, the only one at the boat ramp. It's 7:30 a.m. Gotta pump up my paddleboard and then hit the water.
1 hour later.
You know they make electric pumps. Well, maybe I like to exercise. We are pumped and packed, folks, and you could just see that river flow. Just launched from the boat dock. I got nothing behind me but my Crocs, and up ahead of me, I just got my dry bag and my water. Super simple, super light, and the high river level should be a good thing. Okay, y'all, we made it to the entrance. I just cannot wait for this upstream paddle. It's about 8:30. Let's see what time I get there. I am off the main river now, and I've turned into a side channel or vein. This feeds the river itself, and it's called a slough or a slough. You can pronounce them in both ways. It is an awesome swamp paddle here, though, I will say. The trees that have fallen and are above you that you have to maneuver around or paddle underneath are spectacular, but they are the home to many bugs, so just beware. I don't know how many miles in. Probably 3, I'm guessing. Been going up this run for a while, haven't seen a soul. Love it. Me and the birds and the bugs and the trees. It's so beautiful. The sun is starting to get overhead. It's about 9:45 right now. I think I'm making pretty good time. I'm kind of hauling ass. I take little to no breaks. I am sweaty all over, especially the back of my legs. Oh my god, no, my legs are so wet. Like this area over here. The current isn't that bad, but you can definitely see that there's water flowing. Like I'm moving right now. I'm drifting. Whee! I have no clue how this camera angle is. Okay, now that I've drifted back far enough, let me get the show on the road. Whee! Spider webs out here. A lot of this run, it will diverge in 2 ways, and usually you just gotta pick the way that's easier. Yeah, this one's massive. I'm gonna actually crouch down for this. Big spider. To prop himself between these trees, and no one comes out here, so I don't really want to be the one to break it. They're just chilling. Just chilling. I think I like standing up when I paddleboard more. It's nice, you can still see the bottom of the water here. It's kind of clear. It was very tannic in the river. Found a little spot to wedge myself in. Did I mention that this paddle was long? Get ready,
for the arm pump when you're on this slough. And what do we have here? A log? Or is it our first alligator sighting of the day? A baby! Look at that little movement. So adorable. Oh my god. So tiny. I want to pet him so badly. My water bottle. Oh my god, guys, I flipped. I literally tripped and I caught myself on the front of the board over there. But my water bottle, I gotta grab it, and I hope that the cap is still on. So that's my only water. Look at the current, it's taking it away. My water! Please. Oh, that is totally still full. Wow, feeling good right now. So, I'm told that when I reach the cabin on the left, I'll be about halfway to the spring. Does that mean I have another 3 miles to go? I thought a butterfly landed on my paddleboard. I was just admiring it. But then it left. I'm floating backwards again. What a cute house. Oh my god, it's so adorable. Wow. House on the river, house on the spring run. Yeah, so this is what I mean. There's a lot of paths on the spring run that diverge. So you can see I could go this way or I could go that way. I think I'm gonna go straight because that means I have less curve. But they always end up meeting each other at the end, so it really doesn't matter which one you choose. Just gotta choose the one that you're feeling in your heart and in your soul, as well as take a look at the landscape. One may look a little bit easier to traverse. One may be a bit wider, meaning there could be less current. Or also there could be less trees and roots that seem to jet up from the ground. I'm gonna kneel for a moment. Just for funsies, I've been standing so much. I love standing. Wow, this sun is just beating on me and I'm moving backwards again. I gotta get going. Yeah, but that's one of the fun things about paddling somewhere is you're constantly faced with decisions. What route to choose, which way to turn, to go in the middle of the river or on the side of the river. Should you get closer to the alligator or should you stay away? Should you take a break now or later? Should you have water now or later? I guess it's kind of like life. We're just making decisions constantly, 24/7. Except when we're sleeping. But then our subconscious is making decisions. And that's fun. And it's even more fun when you get to wake up and remember your dreams. I love dreams. Dreams are just like an extension of your inner desires and fears. It's beautiful. I feel like your sleep dreams are not too far from your daydreams. And for me, honestly, I daydream so much. Especially when I'm out alone on the river. I didn't bring any music. It's just me. I haven't seen a soul. I'm just happy. I like sitting down. This is chill. I don't know why I was standing. Well, when you stand, you get to see all the fish. You get to see all the plants. There's eelgrass. That's about the only plant I've seen. There's also a lot of lily pads. I've seen some really nice bass, some pretty ones, mind you. Sometimes you just gotta take a stop and enjoy the scenery. These flowers were breathtaking. After paddling a bit more, I had happened upon my first spring of the day. You can tell that this is a spring because of the way the water is moving on the surface. When you see this, it's your sign that there's a spring vent below, and its flow is causing current, which causes disturbance on the water's surface. But let's take a closer look and see what it looks like from beneath.
Looks like we got some limestone rock, some eelgrass, some silt, a fallen log, and beautiful light rays. I'm gonna get in this one later though. I continued to paddle closer to the head spring, and you can see the little view from underneath my paddle board, but what you will also notice is just how much healthy eelgrass is here. It really warmed my heart to see this healthy ecosystem, because really often in Florida we'll find rivers with just bare sand or mud bottoms because the vegetation for one reason or another is not growing. And that is exactly what we see here. High levels of nitrogen and phosphorus, often traced back to fertilizers used in the region, can contaminate water and allow for harmful algae growth. This algae can not only deplete the oxygen in the water, but it can also cover the native species and block them from receiving sunlight. You just see a lot of deadness here, like complete difference night and day from what we just saw a few moments ago. It is 12:30 and I made it to the spring right behind me. It's actually surrounded by some houses, all that have private property, no trespassing sign. But the good thing about Florida is that since I came here on water, I can enjoy the spring without having to worry.
Oh my god, there's this big spider and he's crawling all over my stuff and all over me. Wow. Oops. Oopsies, daddy long legs. Hehe. Oops, now he's in the water and he wants to get out. He wants to get on my paddleboard.
So I'm actually really happy with the time that it took me to make it out here. I'm super excited to check it out underneath. And the sun's out. Enjoy this moment of silence with me. I want to show y'all what the different spring vents look like. So I'm above one right now. It's probably only a handful of feet down. It's really shallow around here. The water is crystal clear with perfect visibility, but I go to make a little dive down, do a few no-fin kicks, be sure to equalize, and I am then sticking my camera inside that little hole that I was previously above. And I really like these spots because it's like a little mermaid cove, and it's like you're in a picture frame of rocks, and then the fish are around me just observing and being curious. I flipped my camera around to show you all the inside of the vent. This connects to the aquifer, and you definitely cannot enter it. It is quite small, but there is a lot of water flowing out from there. On to the next vent. Oh my god, wait, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Do you see it? Okay, I'm gonna show you. Oh my goodness, it's a baby turtle. He has such a big head, and he's like, get away from me. This next spring vent that I'm going to show you is the biggest one of the cluster. Heading out now, but the spring hunt does not stop.
I found another one. It just took a random turn. And I was like, there must be a spring at the end. And of course there's a spring at the end. I'm so happy. I love it. These people are crazy. They have signs everywhere, but honestly, good for them. Private property, no trespassing. Okay. Do you love the air plants though? Lots of air plants. Air plants. Spring. I'm just gonna stick my head off the side of the paddleboard and we'll see what we see.
If the springs that I've been visiting are remote and hard to get to and not frequented by people, then why do they look like this? Why are they so dead? This really exemplifies how the chemical composition of a spring is truly a crucial factor to its health. Not only is this due to fertilizer rich in nitrates, but overdevelopment of land, it decreases that amount of permeable ground for the water to filter through.
I've returned to the one that I said I was gonna visit in the beginning. It was so quick to get back here. Literally, this current that's flowing out, it's a godsend. Okay. Wow, the sun's still out and shining. Let me hop on it.
This is the last spring of the day. Perfect way to end a lovely adventure. I hope you had a great time with me out here in the middle of nowhere, and I hope you are inspired to do your own solo adventure. But remember, safety first always. Make sure you have friends or family that know about your plans, and always respect and enjoy nature. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.